guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector, and today we're doing another FNAF merch top 10. I've done a top 10 characters that need a Funko plush, a Funko action figure, and a Funko Pop, and today's going to be the final one. I know I said that in the last one, but I mean it this time. This is going to be the top 10 FNAF characters that need a Funko Mystery Mini. To be fair, Funko has made most of the characters. In fact, this is the line that has the most characters, even getting ones like Plush Trap and MCAboyan that they normally skip, so this list was actually pretty difficult to put together. As always, no VR, AR, or withered animatronic characters. These are heavily rumored and probably extremely likely, so they would obviously be number 1 at the list, so I'm just going to exclude them altogether. So with the introduction out of the way, let's jump into the top 10 FNAF characters that need a Funko Mystery Mini. Coming in at number 10 is actually the only sister location character on this list, being Elektra Bab. Back in 2018, when Funko made the Twisted Ones and Sister Location set, I was really surprised that Elektra Bab didn't make it in the wave. We were getting all the Sister Location custom night characters like Yendo, Lolbit, and Bonnet, but Elektra Bab was skipped for some reason. It's weird because all Funko would have to do would take the normal Biddy Bab body, paint it a little bit more blue, and close the face plates, give it yellow eyes, and there you go, a completely new figure. The reason why I put him at number 10 and not any higher is because 1, he's one of the least popular FNAF characters of all time, and 2, they finished out every other Sister Location character, so I doubt they'll ever go back to Sister Location. So unfortunately, Elektra Bab will probably never get a Mystery Mini. Personally, I'd love an Elektra Bab Mystery Mini, so he comes in at number 10, shockingly hasn't had a Mystery Mini yet. Let's move on to number 9. Get it? Shocking.
Hey, got him.
Coming in at number 9 is the security puppet from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. When this wave was first announced back in December of 2018, I was really surprised that there were certain characters that they cut. We'll talk about those in a minute. Security Puppet was one of them. I was really expecting him to be some sort of GameStop Hot Topic exclusive. He looks like the exclusive type. We never see his legs, so they would have to make his box. I think this would make a really cool figure. I don't love the security puppet by any means, but I feel like if they ever do a series where they go back and fill in the blanks of past waves, we can only hope. I think security puppet would be guaranteed a spot. So security puppet comes in at number 9. Let's move on to number 8. For the number 8 spot, I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to put 2 characters, being Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. I put these 2 together because I think they both have about an equal amount of chance of getting a mini made of them. As we all know, Funko made a Spring Bonnie plush and it's sold like crazy, so don't be surprised if we don't see a Spring Bonnie mystery mini, as well as a Fredbear from Ultimate Custom Night. They haven't made any UCN merch, and I feel like Fredbear is the only one that they could possibly do. Maybe another one, which I'll mention down the line. If these 2 are ever made, I see them being exclusives. All they would have to do to the Freddy mystery mini is make the hat smaller, make the ears smaller, paint it yellow, voila, bam, you got a Fredbear mystery mini. With Spring Bonnie, obviously just base it off the FNAF World model, that's what they did with the plush, and change up the Bonnie mystery mini, and bam, you got a Spring Bonnie. To me, these 2 are very obvious candidates for the next set, which is why they come in at number 8. Let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7 is the Music Man from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. This is another one I'm really surprised didn't make it into the set, because this is one of the most popular characters and one of the most unique too. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't really have a well thought out argument for why I want him so bad. I just think he's one of the most unique characters that I'm really sad got cut. All I can really say is that this is just another example of how many characters Funko skipped in the Pizzeria Simulator wave, and this is evidence that they should really go back and finish out these characters because there's a lot of good ones they skipped. Coming in at number 6 is the Endoskeleton from FNAF 2. As we all know, a withered wave is heavily rumored, and it makes a lot of sense to me that they would include Endo 02 in that wave as well. Endo 02 appeared in FNAF VR as an Easter egg, and it's also rumored to be in FNAF AR. I don't know how true that is, but if it is, this means that Endo 02 is still really relevant and still really popular among fans, and I think Funko would definitely consider making him. Funko did make an Endoskeleton mystery mini, but this isn't any Endoskeleton. Funko just made it up. It's not the Endoskeleton 1 or 2. If you're wondering why I put the Endoskeleton 2 over 1, that's just simply because Endo 02 is more associated with the Wizards, and the Wizards are apparently coming. We haven't had official confirmation, but it's heavily rumored, and I think it's pretty likely. So Endo 02 comes in at number 6. Let's move on to the top 5. Kicking off the top 5 is DD and XOR from Ultimate Custom Night. As I said in number 8 with Fredbear, these 2 characters were introduced in Ultimate Custom Night, and Funko hasn't made any UCN merch, unfortunately. DD and XOR have a very simplistic design, very similar to Balloon Boy. All they would have to do is change very minor things, and voila, bam, brand new character. I will admit, it's probably not very likely because Ultimate Custom Night came out 2 years ago, but hey, it's definitely not impossible. So DD and XOR come in at number 5. Let's move on to the top 4. Coming in at number 4 is the trash in the game from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. I gotta say once again, I'm pretty surprised Funko skipped these. I can kind of see why. They're just kind of one-dimensional, wastable characters, but I think they're pretty funny troll characters, and I really wish Funko did them. I don't think they should each have their own individual mystery minis, so I think they should just make one of them piled together, kind of make it in the same figure. I know it's possible. They did this with the Paper Pals, and I'm pretty sure they could pull it off with the trash in the gang. The only difference is there's more to model, but I know they could pull it off. Even though I'm not a big fan of trash in the gang, I definitely think that they deserve a mini, so they come in at the number 4 spot. Let's move on to the top 3. Coming in at the number 3 spot is JJ from FNAF 2. JJ literally might be the easiest one they could do. All they would have to do is change the red parts on Balloon Boy to purple, change the eyes to purple, and bam! To get rid of the balloon sign and balloon, and you have yourself a JJ. I may not like JJ that much as a character, but her, the Wizards, and Endo2 are really the only characters they haven't made. They made the shadows, all the toys. It's just kind of strange that they left out JJ. I think she definitely deserves a mini, and that's why she's coming in at the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2 is once again cheating, all the Phantom animatronics from FNAF 3. As we all know, the only Phantom to have merch is Phantom Foxy, and he doesn't even have a mystery mini, he only has a plushie and Funko Pop. I think a smart idea would be to include all the Phantoms with the Withered wave, because most of the Phantoms are based off the Wizards. It just makes a lot of sense to me. If I was controlling Funko, I would make the next wave of mystery minis about FNAF 2 and 3, basically every single character skipped from those 2 games. The Phantoms are just recolors anyway, so they wouldn't have to put in a lot of work, just paint them green, add a little bit more withering, change the eyes. It's literally the easiest thing they could do. I don't know why they haven't done this. They did do this with Phantom Foxy on the plushie and Funko Pop, but they did it wrong. They made the mistake of not having a withered Foxy model to base it on, so they just based it on FNAF 1 Foxy, and as we all know, FNAF 1 Foxy isn't... Get that out of here. Do I think the Phantoms will be made at any point? Probably not. I feel like the Wizards are 10 to 1 more likely. Personally, though, I'd love to see them. So the Phantoms come in as the runner-ups. Let's move on to the number 1 FNAF character I think deserves a Funko Mystery Mini. Coming in at number 1 is a character I feel like is pretty obvious. I'm not going to do any beating around the bush here. Coming in at number 1 is Scrap Trap from Five Nights at Freddy's 6. Now, as we all know, in the plush line, there were no Scrap animatronics besides Lefty. In the action figure line, Lefty and Baby. In the pop line, we just got Lefty. And in the mystery mini line, we got every single one, Molten Freddy, Scrap Baby, and Lefty, but no Scrap Trap. I find it so odd that they skip him every single time. It's really strange. If they ever go back, I guarantee they're gonna do a Scrap Trap at some point. So that was the top 10 FNAF characters I feel like need a Funko Mystery Mini. There were 2 I considered putting on the list, but ultimately decided to cut. Those 2 being Purple Guy and Lemonade Clown. Both of these I considered for the number 10 spot, but ultimately decided to put Elektra Bab just because I personally like him more, and I honestly just see him working better. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me if you agree with my picks. Tell me which ones you'd add or take off, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.